10 things you'll only understand if you live in Bristol. At first glance, Bristol might seem like just another creative UK city, but once you settle into its winding streets, colourful neighbourhoods, and independent spirit, you realise it's something else entirely. This city has a personality you can't replicate, a mix of history, art, activism, and everyday quirks that only make sense when you've experienced them firsthand. In this video, we're counting down 10 things you'll only understand if you live in Bristol, UK, and why they're the reasons so many people fall in love with this unique city. 10. Cheers Drive is just how we say goodbye. If you've ever taken public transport in Bristol, you've likely heard someone shout, "Cheers, drive," as they hop off the bus. It might seem unusual to outsiders, but this small phrase is pure Bristolian charm. It's friendly, casual, and completely expected. This local tradition might feel strange at first, but it quickly becomes a habit. You'll find yourself saying it without even thinking, whether you're thanking the number 8 driver or hailing a ride through Southmead. It's one of those small cultural moments that makes living in Bristol, UK feel like you're part of a big, talkative family. And it's not limited to buses either. You'll hear it in taxis, corner shops, even at the end of a phone call. Cheers Drive is more than a phrase. It's a way of saying, we're all in this together. 9. The hills are brutal, but beautiful. Bristol is not flat. In fact, it's one of the hilliest cities in the UK. Whether you're trekking up Park Street, climbing to the colourful rooftops of Totterdown, or trying to casually walk through Clifton, your legs will feel it. But despite the aching calves, the views make it worthwhile. Every climb in Bristol comes with a reward. Panoramic scenes over the city, the gorge, or even the countryside. You don't just live among the hills, you build your day around them. And if you're a cyclist, consider yourself a warrior. You'll start to develop a mental map of where the steepest routes are, when to opt for the longer, flatter path, and how to plan your grocery trips to avoid a sweat-drenched journey home. 8. Graffiti isn't vandalism, it's culture. In Bristol, walls talk. They shout, whisper, question, and inspire. Street art in Bristol isn't just tolerated, it's celebrated. Banksy was born here, and his influence lives on through entire neighbourhoods covered in expressive, colourful works. Stokescroft and Bedminster feel like open-air galleries, where art changes regularly, reflecting politics, protests, humour, and hope. Local artists are part of the city's DNA. You'll find yourself noticing every stencil and spray, and defending murals when visitors ask why the city's so messy. Even alleyways and council bins are seen as blank canvases. You'll develop favourite murals and eagerly watch as old ones are replaced by something new and unexpected. 7. The weather has a personality of its own. If you're new to Bristol, you'll quickly discover that Bristol weather has a personality of its own. Sunny in the morning. Expect rain by lunch. Clear skies. That means a fog bank is rolling in somewhere. Living in Bristol teaches you to layer clothing like a fashion pro. You'll learn to scan the clouds over Ashton Court like a meteorologist, plan your day around rain chances, and keep a spare jacket in every bag. The best part? When the sun does shine, you appreciate it like it's gold dust. You'll hear phrases like, "It's brightening up, even when it's pouring," and you'll start taking random sunshine selfies just to prove the moment happened. 6. The balloon fiesta is basically a public holiday. Every August, Bristolians stop what they're doing, look up at the sky, and smile. Why? Because it's time for the Bristol International Balloon Fiesta. The event transforms Ashton Court and the city skyline into a floating rainbow of colour. But this isn't just for tourists. Locals know the real viewing spots: Brandon Hill, Clifton Observatory, and even certain rooftops. Families plan picnics. Friends set alarms to watch the early morning launch. And when the night glows light up the balloons to music, it feels like magic. And if the balloons drift unexpectedly due to wind, you'll find half the neighbourhood chasing them across Bristol with phones out and grins on their faces. 5. The Clifton Suspension Bridge is more than just a bridge. The Clifton Suspension Bridge is iconic, but it's also surprisingly practical. If you live in Bristol, you've probably crossed it more times than you can count. But somehow, it never loses its wow factor. Whether you're driving to work, walking your dog through Lee Woods, or standing there just to clear your head, the bridge has presence. It's where you take visiting friends. It's where proposals happen. It's where you go to think. And the sunset views? They never get old. You might even start timing your runs or walks just so you can catch the sky at its most dramatic, with the bridge standing proudly against a blazing orange horizon. 4. Independent businesses aren't optional, they're essential. In Bristol, support local isn't just a slogan, it's a social norm. Gloucester Road, with its endless row of independent retailers, is just the beginning. You'll find family-run bakeries in Bedminster, plant shops in Montpellier, and artisan coffee stands in Harbourside. You learn your barista's name, you know who makes the best sourdough, you plan your Saturdays around the tobacco factory market. Once you've lived in Bristol, shopping at a big-name chain just doesn't feel right anymore. You'll feel proud knowing your money is circulating in the community, and you'll quickly spot the difference in quality, service, and authenticity. 3. The Harbourside becomes your extended living room. There's something about the Bristol Harbourside that brings people together. Morning joggers, lunchtime strollers, street performers, families on bikes. It's all here, flowing along the water like a moving community. It's not just a backdrop, it's a playground, a meeting spot, a workspace, and a weekend destination. You'll find people reading on the steps, sipping drinks by the water, or lounging under pop-up umbrellas. You'll learn which cafe has the strongest coffee, where the water taxis dock, and which spots are best for catching sunsets or people watching. The Harbourside becomes your Bristol. 2. Music isn't just in the background, it's part of your DNA. From the day you move to Bristol, the city's music scene wraps itself around you. It pulses through bars, buses and basements. You'll hear jazz at the Old Duke, punk at Exchange, and techno at Lakota, all in a single weekend. But music here isn't just entertainment. It's how people express themselves. It's political, personal, and proud. Bristol gave us Massive Attack, Ronnie Size, Portishead, and 100 more names you'll know before long. Even quiet suburbs echo with street musicians and open mic nights. There's a constant rhythm that makes Bristol feel alive. 1. Bristol doesn't just give you a home, it gives you a voice. The longer you live in Bristol, the more it shapes who you are. This isn't a passive city. It invites you to care, to speak, to create. You'll find yourself getting involved in community projects, joining climate marches, supporting local artists, or volunteering at a festival. Living in Bristol, UK, means discovering new passions and rediscovering old ones. It means learning to slow down, to think deeply, and to take pride in where you live. This city doesn't just change your postcode, it changes your perspective. Bristol teaches you how to live with intention, and once it does, there's no going back. Bristol is more than a city. It's a feeling, a place where bridges inspire, walls speak, music lives, and communities thrive. These are the 10 things you'll only understand if you live in Bristol, and each one is a reminder that this isn't just where you live, it's where you come alive. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.